Hi, boys and girls. I hope you had a great weekend. We're picking up with chapter 7 today of I Was a Third Grade Spy. Remember, the boys are sending Arful to spy on the girls. So, chapter 7 picks up with Arful's perspective, and we're going to hear what he finds out from the girls. Here we go. Chapter 7. All right, I'm sitting here right by the small pink house, waiting. Just like Brian said. I'm supposed to look cute, but I'm not sure what that is. I think it's when I perk one ear up. Brian's mother likes it when I do that. She always laughs and gives me extra dog biscuits. My right ear is getting tired. I'll switch to the left one. Uh-oh. Here they come. They look friendly, even the nasty one from the park. Woo-wee! They smell bad, though. You'd think they know each other. You'd think they know enough to roll in something rotten once in a while. They should teach that in school. That's one of the first things a mother dog teaches her pups. Well, look at this. The one girl that smells like roses has a high little voice. Geez, hurts my ears. Aren't you cute? I want to tell her I'm cute because of my perky ear, but I guess she knows that. Anyway, I'm not supposed to say anything. That's Brian Lewis's dog, Peppermint Breath says. She reaches down and scratches my ears. I like that, but the peppermint burns my eyes. Then the nasty one comes out carrying a big bowl. What was her name? Emily? She smells like food. Go on in, Emily says. I have the potato chips, but I couldn't find any dip. Dip? Glad she couldn't find that. I have to have dip every month during the summer to kill my fleas. Yuck. I follow the girls into the playhouse. I discover that Peppermint Breath has the lovely smell of a sweaty baseball glove on her right hand, so I settle in at her feet and lick up the potato chip crumbs as they fall. We have to come up with something wonderful, Emily says. There's no way we're going to let those boys win. Why did you tell them they could order us around one whole week in school? Peppermint Breath whines. What if we lose? We won't lose, Kara. If you and Lissa do just as I say, we'll win for sure. Emily takes a big handful of chips and spills half of them on the floor. I love when that happens. They barely hit the ground before I snarf them up. So now I figure out that Peppermint Breath is called Kara, and the one that smells like roses is Lissa. Funny names. I'll have to remember those names to tell Brian. I'm sure that's important. He's going to be so proud of me. Lissa doesn't look happy. If she were a dog, she'd be growling. But she just speaks in a normal voice. Why do you always get to be the boss? Because I have the best ideas, Emily says. I think we should do a dance. A ballet. Dance? Lissa cries. You're the only one who knows how to dance. And ballet is the hardest kind of dance there is. Emily takes some chips, but doesn't spill a crumb. I hate when that happens. Don't worry, I'll teach you. I smell a chipmunk. It must be just outside the playhouse. I'd like to go chase it, but Brian will be mad if I leave the meeting. They're still talking. Just then, a lady knocks on the door and comes in. The playhouse is too short for her to stand all the way up. She starts to say something, but then she sees me. Where did this dog come from? He belongs to a boy in our class, Mom. He lives over on the next street. Oh, she says. Well, isn't he cute? I want to tell her I'm not cute because I don't have either of my ears perked, but her face says she doesn't really think I'm cute anyway. I don't smell any biscuits on her, so there's no reason to start ear perking now. I'm sorry to break up your meeting, but Emily has to go to the dentist now, the lady says. Emily makes a face. I wonder what the dentist is. Maybe it's like going to the veterinarian. After the girls pack their stuff and go out, the lady watches to make sure I leave the yard. She's not a dog person. A dog can always tell. Chapter 8. Let's see what the boys think. I was the first one to spot Arful coming back from Emily's. Something's wrong, Brian said. They must have kicked him out. Everything's fine, I said. Look, Emily's mother is just pulling out of the driveway. She's taking Emily somewhere. The meeting's over. We all scrambled down the ladder to meet Arfel. Well, Brian asked, what did you find out? Lots of stuff, Arfel said. Important stuff. There are 3 of them. The one that smells like roses is named Lissa. Then there's Kara. She plays baseball. And the nasty one is named Emily. Brian was just staring at his dog. You know which one I mean, Arfel continued. The one from the park. That's Emily. I know that's Emily, Brian said. And I know the names of the others, too. I've been going to school with them since kindergarten. For Pete's sake, didn't you find out anything else? Anything important? Arfel lets his ears droop. Names are important. Dougie sat on the ground next to Arfel and put his arm around the dog's neck. It's okay, buddy. What else did you find out? Arfel perked up. I know that Lissa had a tuna sandwich for lunch. Her hands smelled so delicious. I wanted to lick them. And Kara has a cat at home. Smelled like a Siamese to me, although it might have been one of those weird new breeds. Anyway, it's something with short hair and... This is not important stuff, Brian yelled. Didn't you hear anything about what they're doing for the talent show? Arfel lied down and put his head between his paws. Well, I heard something, but if you're going to get mad at me for every little mistake, I won't tell you. I reached down to pet Arfel. Nobody's mad at you, Arfel. Just try to think about what they said. There was a word I didn't know. Dally or Sally? Arfel's ears were sad. I don't remember anything else. Brian sat down beside him. Just think a little harder, Arfel. Can you remember another word? Arfel was thinking so hard the skin on his forehead wrinkled. Well, there was something like ants. That wasn't the word, though. Was it pants? I asked. Plants? Slants? Arfel just kept shaking his head. France? Dougie said. That's stupid, Brian said. France isn't spelled anything like ants. Dougie glared at him. Who cares how it's spelled? The words sound the same. Besides, those Dally or Sally words sound like French. So maybe it was French. Arfel perked up. France. Yep, I think that's it, France. Brian hit himself on the head. Wait a minute, it wasn't Sally. It was souffle. Right, Arfel? Yup again. Sure sounds like it. Brian wrote something in his notebook, then closed it with a snap. That's it. They're doing French cooking. Cooking? Arfel asked, getting more interested. You mean like cooking food? Who does cooking for a talent show? I asked. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Brian pushes his glasses up against his nose. For your information, I saw a contestant in the Miss Teen Scene beauty pageant use cooking for her talent. If it's good enough for a national competition on TV, it's good enough for Percival Hatch Elementary School. I wasn't going to argue with him. Brian watched more TV than any kid I knew. If he said cooking was a talent, then I believed him. Now, Brian said, all we have to do is practice making a souffle. There's not enough time to do it now, so you guys come over here tomorrow after school, and we'll work in our kitchen. And that's the end of chapter 8. I can't believe that they misunderstood the girls. Let's see what happens next. Have a